I believe that some of us hold on to pain when we start realizing that the more we share our pain, we actually get to benefit from our pain. So we start getting married to our pain because we realize there are benefits attached to sharing our stories of pain, right? So sometimes, when people hear a sad story, they'll start giving you the attention maybe that you've been so much desiring, right? All of a sudden, you were not getting attention, but because you've shared your pain, people start giving you attention. Or we start getting gifts like money, flowers, or something, some gesture, some, benefit to sharing your pain. And because we realize that because of that story, I've started receiving all these things: attention, time, money, and whatever it is that maybe you have been benefiting on by sharing your pain. Then we start getting married to our pain, right? So today I want to talk to you about, are you married to your pain? I am Pulaa Montz, your inner voice magnified. You know, the more married we are to our pain, the more it yields benefits, especially when we start sharing with other people, right? And if we are not careful, we can be so dependent on this pain to benefit us that we stop seeing the opportunities that God has for us beyond this pain. When God takes us through things, his intention is never for us to benefit from those difficult situations, like directly benefit from a difficult situation. Normally we go through things so that we learn lessons for the next phase of blessings that he's trying to give us, right? I remember there's one verse that most Christians love, Jeremiah 29:11, where God was promising the children of Israel a future and a hope, and we all stick to that part of that verse, right? And there is actually the first a promise that God gives the children of Israel on that very same verse, which is peace. He says, I have plans for you, plans to give you peace, not evil. So to God, the very important thing, the priority for him is for us as his children to have peace, right? So holding on to pain means we are letting go of the most important promise that God gave us as the children of Israel spiritually, right? He gave us that promise, and as Christians we have that promise as well of peace. So that is the most important promise that we need to be running after, because once we grab our peace, then there is a future and a hope that is awaiting us as well. And how beautiful it is to have gifts, to have a future, to have a hope that is coupled with peace in your soul, right? So we tend to hold on to our pain because we stop believing that beyond this pain there will be a future and a hope. But that is exactly what God promises on Jeremiah 29:11, that he firstly will give them peace, right? And then a future and a hope. And the one thing that I've realized that it is that God was promising the children of Israel, whom he had just sent into captivity, so that they could go into Babylon and be slaves um, because they were disobedient to him, right? But he was saying, after 70 years, these are my plans for you. You will still have peace. You will have a hope and a future. So when we go through things, God expects us to actually look forward to a life beyond this pain. And on in that very same chapter, I think it was verse 7, that's where Jeremiah is telling the children of Israel that this is what God is saying to them in Babylon, the world of captivity, right? He was saying, wherever you are, in those challenges that you are facing, find some sweet spot of peace. Find some peace in that nation, because when you find a spot that has peace, then you will have peace on the inside. So God, even when He's sending us into captivity, when He's sending us into difficult situations, He still expects us to have peace in those situations, because He knows that if we seek a peace in the situation that we have, then we will still remain with peace on the inside. And it is only when we have peace on the inside can we expect God to show up in our lives. Can we expect God to take us out of these difficult situations? So I just wanted to remind you, your pain, though is valid, don't hold on to it. There is a life beyond that pain. All these benefits that you are getting right now because you are sharing your story of pain are nothing compared to a future and a hope that is coupled with peace on the inside of you that God is promising you. Take the lessons out of these difficult situations. Find your space, sweet spot of peace, even if you're in these situations, because once you find a sweet spot, once you find a place where you a place where you can find peace in this difficult situation, you'll start expecting God to come through with His promises, right? You will start expecting God to give you that peace, that future, and a hope that He promised beyond having peace, right? So I know there are some benefits at times to sharing your pain, and we all can get married to our pain. But when you're having benefits, when you're getting gifts, but yet beyond these gifts, you still go back to bed and you still cry yourself to sleep because this pain is still real, then these benefits, what value are they adding to your life? Find peace in these difficult situations that you're finding yourself. Find peace in your pain, because once you find that spot of peace, I promise you, your expectations of God will start changing. You'll start realizing that, how you are feeling on the inside makes you open up to the world. It opens up your eyes also to the opportunities that are around you. When you're holding on to pain closes your eyes. It shuts your mind to the opportunities that are around you. That is why God says on Jeremiah 29:7 that even in Babylon, even in those challenges, find that sweet spot that has peace, because it will make you have peace on the inside. And once you have peace on the inside, you will start seeing the opportunities that are around you. You will start seeing that there is value even in these difficult situations. You will start expecting certain lessons from the difficulties that you are experiencing, and beyond this pain, beyond these challenges, then there's a future and a hope that is coupled with peace on the inside. So it is difficult to let go of your pain when you have gained a lot from it, but I promise you, once you let go of that pain, you will realize there is life more abundant and more worthy to live than a life of pain that is benefiting you. So let go of your pain. Grab hold of peace, and you will have a future and a hope that God has always promised you. I am Pulaa Montz, your inner peace and purpose coach.